What's going on YouTube? It's been a long time, but hey, I'm back. It's your camera boy, your camera guy, your camera nerd, Jonah, and today I'm gonna give you another free preset. So if you like Lightroom presets, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I try to do this on a weekly basis. I wanna quickly tell you guys why I didn't upload for a while. I was on a trip. Unfortunately, they broke into the car. They stole a bunch of lenses, a drone, and also my laptop. Had to get a new laptop, had to finish like a lot of client work that I had to redo because backup was also stolen. That was not fun, but now I'm back and now I'm planning on to do like a weekly schedule where I upload one preset and one other video for you guys. So it's kind of a rainy day today. Let's jump into the computer and edit a warm, nice and sunny picture to lift our moods up. Alright, so as you can see, this is the before picture and now we will apply the magic. Bam! Love it. Okay, so a thing that I really want to remember you guys, and that's also why I always apply the preset and then show you how it's made and what the effects are of the different adjustments, is not every preset will look good on every picture. So if you look at this picture, what kind of picture is it? It's a backlit situation. That means there will be kind of like an orange glow in the background, and in this specific situation there was a building like here, that's like a white building, and that reflected some of the light onto me being the subject, and that's why we also kind of have like a orange glow on myself, but not like as hard as in the background. So yeah, let's see how we made this one though. Because I like to shoot underexposed most of the time, and especially like in backlit situations, because as you can see here, there is detail still there, almost no detail, but it's still there because I underexposed. If I would have not underexposed the picture, then it would not be there. So yeah, that's why I did that, and that is why it starts with bumping up the exposure to make everything nice and bright. Then we put down the highlights like almost completely. Why? Because we had this backlit situation here and it just brought back some of the details in the background here, which looks really nice. And then the shadows are all the way up because me being a subject, I was kind of in the shadows, let's say, and it just made me pop again in the image. And then the whites completely down. That's the same reason as the highlights, to bring back some color and detail in the sky here in the background. So we left the blacks. You could like crunch them, if you like crunch them down if you really want to get more like a contrasty black look, or you can up them if you want to create a bit more like an open feel type of look. But I just kept them like this. Then I really bumped the clarity to, you know, make it nice, sharp and popping. As you can see, it's not bad like this, but I prefer it like this. If it would be a female portrait or something, let's say, then bringing the clarity a little bit more down might be the way to go. Then for vibrance, I went up, as you can see, just give it a little bit more color and a saturation, which does more with the orange and stuff. I only slightly bumped it because I mean, some people might like this. I'm not a big fan of much saturation, that's why it's just at 5 to give like a little bit of the orange pop, but not too much. Then the tone curve, this area, shadow area here, brought in like a little bit of fade to give it more like that you know, a bit more of a vintage look. Didn't do much for the rest. So HSL, bumped up the oranges a little bit again to give like the warm vibe to the picture. Took down the greens, as you can see here, they're like kind of desaturated and more orangey. I'm just not like a really big fan of greens in my pictures, that's why. And as for the hue, the yellow went all the way to orange to give that like nice backlit feel, because as you can see now it's a bit more greenish yellow. This more has like this sun going down effect, which a lot of people love. And then I'm just a big fan of changing my aquas and blues to like this yeah, turquoise, I don't know what the name is, blue color. So I'll show you what effect this has. So this is more like a natural color, I would say, for the picture. It might also be nice, but bam, as you can see, this really made it a lot cooler, I think. To give it a bit more of like this warm feeling, I gave the highlights a little bit of a warmer tone and bumped the saturation. So as you can see, it's a subtle effect, but it again makes the image a bit more warm. Nothing went down with detail, blah blah blah. We come down to the effects where I added a vignette, which I don't do a lot. So, and if you wanna again have more like a brighter, a bit more happier vibe, I would say, especially maybe for like girl portraits, you could just erase this vignette. But for this picture of me here, I liked it that it just focused in on me a bit more, and it just made it a bit more manly and strong, I would say. And then something that you guys can turn off if you want as well is I put the grain on 100. Why is it on 100? Well, most of these pictures I use for social media reasons, and it's such a small screen where the viewer experiences your pictures. That's why I kinda really emphasize this effect by putting it on 100. I wouldn't do it if it would be for like a big print or whatever. Yeah, you can also turn it off as you will. It's like a really slight difference, which gives like a bit more of a vintage look, which I like. So yeah, that's that. And then here we again changed the red primary to a bit more of an orange color. Same reason, make it nice and warm. As you can see here, it's a bit more reddish, pinkish. So yeah, and then the blue primary again to my preferred color, that turquoise blue, because yeah, as you can see, it's a cool picture here, but I just think it really pops and makes it more vintage by adding in this color. So a little quick tip here to see what the effect does. Like for example, what you did here in camera calibration, you can toggle this on and off. And if you like, let's say, both versions, if you like this one and if you like this one, if you keep it turned off while you export it, then it will export it as is this one. And if you put it back on and you export it again, then you will have it also in this style. So yeah, let's now apply the preset on another picture, so I can tell you guys a little bit about what I said again in the beginning about applying pictures on pictures. So yeah, we have this picture here of my buddy, and as you can already see from the starting point, this was the starting point here. So like was underexposed, you know, a lot of like shadows actually, like it was like a shadow part where I was in. While this picture here, it's kind of more like a bright picture. Why? Because the sun was shining on him, it was golden hour. The sun was more used to illuminate the subject slightly. That's why I already know that it will not look the same on this picture, and as you can see here, it doesn't, because it just looks a little bit crazy. And here is why I would say really learn Lightroom. Don't just apply presets and just toggle between presets until you find one that matches your picture, which you can do, but still learn Lightroom yourself, is because then you know what to do when this happens. So I applied this preset and immediately I see I kind of like the look of it, but it's just way too orange and like kind of way too saturated skin. So you could, for example, check out temperature, because that like warms or cools down the entire image. So if we go more to the blue side, yeah, you know, it's kind of cool, but for this picture, because we have like a lot of blue and stuff, it's a little bit too bluish now. So we're gonna undo that. That was not a solution for this picture, I would say. As I told you, vibrance, saturation. Vibrance will more make every color pop, while saturation is more like in the range of skin tones that it will make it pop. So because here the skin tones are mostly kind of fucked up, we'll go to saturation and down it. And as you can see, I already think that this is a usable image now. Something else that you could do here is more specifically go to the HSL tab and go to saturation, and then also, because if you remember how this preset was made, we wanted to have it a warm effect. That's why we again bumped the saturation of the oranges. And for this one we're gonna now lower it again. Same effect almost as the total saturation, but you can be a little bit more precise just for the skin tones. Also, let's say maybe now the bluish tone is a little bit too hard, so we will maybe do it a bit like this. What else? We could also do it here. Camera calibration, red primary, lower the saturation, play around with the hue of it. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to tell you. Don't just apply presets and buy like a 20 preset pack and just slide through them until you find like one that matches your picture, because that will always be the case, that you will find one that matches the picture. But really learn Lightroom with your presets, because preset is a cool way to learn Lightroom, because you can see the effects that the person made and what it did to the picture. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. See you later. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with some friends who can maybe use some help with editing at the moment, and hit the subscribe button, because as I told you guys, I will be uploading on a weekly basis now, some more free Lightroom presets to come, tutorials, whatever you guys want to see, I got you covered. Jona, peace out.